Ariel Helwani in Toronto, just hours away now from UFC 165, and we're being joined by Brendan Schaub, who meets Matt Mitrione this Saturday night live on pay-per-view. And Brendan, it's good to see you. Thank you for the time. A lot of people have been questioning whether or not you and Matt actually really do hate each other, because we've seen the back and forth. It's been phenomenal stuff, the Twitter, the videos. But we know that prior to all this, you were friends. Was there an agreement behind the scenes to sell the fight? Honestly now.
Yeah, I mean, this is being 100% honest. I wish Matt and I were this smart where we'd put all this together, and it just turns out that all you believe we hate each other. No, right now I do not like Matt. He came over yesterday in the hotel, asked him about this, tried to shake my hand, asked him if I shook his hand. No, man, it's all business. So, I mean, it's real. We'll see after the fight on Saturday.
Do you not like him because you're just about to fight him, or did he do something that really bothered you?
Matt did nothing. It's business. Matt did nothing. All the trash talk, I expect that. That's great. Hype the fight. That's fantastic. I didn't like LeVar. I didn't like Nogueira. I didn't like Crow Cop. I don't like any of these guys when I fight them. After, cool, great. Let's be friends.
You had a relationship with Matt going into this. Will it be? Do you feel like you've been able to foster a hatred and a motivation to punch this guy, because those other guys you mentioned, you didn't have a relationship? Is it a little weird?
That's true. Yeah, it might be a little weird, but at the same time, I don't have a problem separating business and friendship. It's just business. So that's the way I view it. I don't need any extra motivation to go out there and try and knock him out or submit him. I'm motivated enough.
You said recently that you feel like this fight for him is a punishment, that the UFC is punishing him for his comments recently, getting in trouble. Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel like they picked you to punish him?
He's fighting his friend, and not only is he fighting a friend, but he's fighting a friend who's better at everything that he is. So, it's good for him. He's on the countdown shows. He's here at the media day. He's really never done this stuff before, so Matt's welcome for that. And it's really he's coming off a discipline, and so they thought of a horrible matchup. Here we are.
So, would you like to kick him out of the UFC?
No, I don't want to see Matt lose his job. No, I didn't want LeVar Johnson to lose his job when he got busted for PEDs.
You said recently also that you're going to teach him the difference between an ex-NFL player coming to MMA and a martial artist. Yeah. But you are also an ex-NFL player. True. So what's the difference in you and Matt?
What's the difference between you and Matt? You know, Matt, this isn't natural to Matt. I grew up doing Taekwondo. I saw the first UFC in Denver in 1993. This is my passion. I don't think Matt will say the same thing. I think Matt, got done with football, decided, hey, I'm an athletic guy. Let me try this out, won the Ultimate Fighter. I was in the house with him on the Ultimate Fighter. I know how his mentality is. I just don't think he views it the same as I do.
You think he's lazy?
I think he's lazy. I question his work ethic.
Do you feel like he's evolved from that show? Is he a better fighter?
No doubt.
Okay.
I mean, Matt, 100%. Yeah, let's not get it twisted. Matt's a very dangerous fighter. He could beat anyone in the division on any given night. Matt has, a set of skills that are pretty special.
It's interesting. Last time we saw you compete was at Metamoris, the infamous match.
Yeah.
And going into that match, we talked about how this was so great, how this really, your involvement in that show for a non-jiu-jitsu fan made me interested in it because you're a UFC guy coming over. Of course, it didn't really go maybe how everyone wanted it to go. Do you feel
everyone wanted me to get submitted? That's why I didn't go everyone's way. Everyone's like, oh, Schaub lasted? What? This guy's a 9-time world champ. Schaub went 20 minutes and shut him down? This is ridiculous. I hate Schaub. That's how it went.
So do you feel like it hurt or helped you to be a part of that?
Oh, help me 100%. But it's not about me. My brand's fine. My brand's doing pretty well. It helped jiu-jitsu. You saw all the attention it brought to jiu-jitsu. Metamoris has never been that big. And to bring that attention to jiu-jitsu, and jiu-jitsu's my passion, that's huge.
The criticism you received afterwards, any of it bother you?
No, not in the least bit. Listen, when you sign up for something like that, you're going to be the bad guy. No matter however that thing goes, I was going to be the bad guy. I'm not from the jiu-jitsu world that they're from. These guys are born, bred, jiu-jitsu. That's all they dream. They sleep about. They wake up. They do it 8 hours a day. It's a part-time gig to me. I have 5 other disciplines to work on. The UFC is how I make my money. So for me to go in and compete at that level, I expected the criticism.
Will you do it again?
100%. Metamoris asked me to do it after this fight. I'd do it. I love it.
Someone's tugging at my jacket. I have no idea who it is, but I'll wrap up then. I think that's a sign. Henner Gracie, the great Henner Gracie is here. Speaking of jiu-jitsu, in your corner, helping you out for this fight, along with his brother. What do you learn from these guys? How do they make you a better MMA fighter?
Henner and Mitrione Gracie, they just they changed my life. I don't think you can say that about a lot of people, and just their mentality on the sport, on MMA in general, the UFC. They come from a history of it. It's just good for me. There's no one. It's like they're aliens. They're so good at jiu-jitsu. There's no one I've ever rolled with like them, and to be able to coach at the same time. So it's a huge benefit for me.
How do you win on Saturday?
However Matt wants to lose. However Matt wants to lose. He wants to keep it on the feet, great, I'll knock him out. You want to go to the ground, which I hope he does, he'll get submitted.
Good luck, Brendan. Thank you.
Appreciate it.